Okay, so it is currently 7 a.m. I'm in Virginia, Fredericksburg, Virginia. I'm inside a 26-foot box truck, non-CDL. I am staying at a hotel here. I work for a company. I do not own and operate. So this video is going to be a little bit different. In this video, I'm going to show you, well, in this series, I want to show you the process from the bottom. And I do plan on owning and operating and starting my own business and my own journey. And, you know, I am an employee for a company right now. I've been driving trucks for the past, I've been in the industry for the past 2.5 years. I want to say 2.5, 3 years, as an employee. I didn't have much experience driving these trucks. I didn't even have much want or as a, I guess, dream or a goal to even want to own and operate and get into this industry. But I jumped into this right after COVID, I want to say, like a year after COVID, a year or two after COVID. I got the opportunity. I was actually a helper for my brother-in-law in the 26-foot box truck. And we were with this company for about, I want to say, a year. And I was only the helper. And little by little, I honestly, I had like, not a fear, but I was just a little intimidated by the size of the truck. And I never wanted to drive it, just out of like, I'm just a helper. But little by little, he started letting me, you know, get a chance and getting behind the wheel and learning. And then there was days that I would drive, and we'll alternate. And little by little, I started driving, and then I started getting comfortable with it. And I did that for, I want to say, 6 months, 7 months, and then we ended up losing that contract. And then, you know, it was back to square one. I was job searching, I was unemployed, and I was like, you know what? Let me look for, you know, let me backtrack, sorry. Prior to driving trucks, I was in the food industry for years. I've done everything but cook in a restaurant. I've made pizza before, but I'd never cooked. I managed, I waited, I was bus boy. That was one of my first jobs. So I was in that industry for many years, and I did really well with it. But during COVID, you know, as we all know, I unfortunately got kicked out. we all did, the world did. And I kind of was just like, I never want to go back to that industry. I need something that's recession-proof, that's COVID-proof, something that, you know. And when I got into this business, I kind of saw that. I was like, you know, this business is pretty cool because people always need things, you know. And I started seeing the importance of trucking. And, yeah, that's right. So then I got into a job. I was working for a company right after that. They gave me the opportunity to do logistic work. When me and my brother-in-law were working together, we were working for like a distribution company, like a food distribution company. We used to deliver flour and all types of equipment and supplies to restaurants and restaurants, supermarkets, things like that. So it was a lot of physical work. But when I left that, I kind of was like, you know what? I want to do this again, but I don't want to do this physical work. I wanna kind of just drive. I just want to drive. I don't want to do what I was doing before. So I started shopping around and looking for work, and then I found a company who let me drive, even knowing that, I finagled it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I got experience. Of course, yeah, 10 years, yeah. And, but whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I was working for them. So I was there for a bit. I unfortunately had 2 accidents on my license. Nothing crazy. I will post the pictures. Nothing crazy. It was literally bumper to bumpers, but both times the people wanted to make police reports. I even offered to pay cash. They didn't want to, so I'm like, all right. So unfortunately, that stood on my license, and it was nothing crazy. They were bumper to bumper accidents, but whatever. No excuses. It was my fault. So when I got hired with the second company, I let them know initially. I'm like, hey man, look, I got experience, but I got these two accidents on my license, and I never really knew the severity of the cost of insurance with these trucks. It's astronomical. Astronomical. It's really expensive. Even if you got a good license, it's still expensive. I mean, compared to a car, you know what I mean? You're looking at $1,000 to $5K, $3K, depending the state you're in. I'm from New Jersey, and it's really expensive. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, really expensive. So okay, fast forward. My boss still hired me. My ex-boss, he still hired me. The pay wasn't great. To be honest with you, it wasn't great. I was making okay money, but I was doing wild driving, and I was sleeping out a lot. The good thing is he was paying for hotels. He was paying for stays for me. I was doing all Northeast. I was doing anywhere from Vermont all the way down to here, to Virginia, and I was doing that route. He had good routes. He had good connections, and the pay wasn't that great, but it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? It was right in the middle, and it was like, okay, I was making a little less than what I was making with my brother-in-law at the other place. I want to say $200 less per week, $300. But, I kind of felt it when I first got in there. But, I'm a father, I'm a husband. I was on desperation mode. I was just like, I just need something. And this is a cool opportunity because I've never did this type of work before. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I want to get the experience. I want to get the experience of being on the road, of going OTR, of really getting the feel for that, and being on the road for 12, 11 hours, sometimes 14 hours. So I wanted to get the feel for it, and I kind of wanted to see, like, hey man, what's this about? Let me see if I really would want to do this for the, not the rest of my life, but is this something that I would kind of want, to start? I've owned 2 businesses in the past. I've owned vending machine business. I fell for that. I owned 4 machines. I tried it. The money was way too slow for me. Yeah, I get it, passive and all that, but I was losing money with bad products. I had a delivery service at one point. I've tried a few things, and I felt like every time I opened something or I tried something, my biggest problem was I rushed into it. I had an idea, I never thought it through, and I rushed in. So I kind of wanted to get the feel of this, because I'm like, this is, it's obviously lucrative. Obviously people need things. Obviously transportation for goods and services are a high commodity. I'm like, let me see, let me get a real feel of it, because I don't know. I always heard, and then I started there, and then unfortunately, because of those two accidents, my boss at the time, he switched insurance, and the insurance he originally was on, I guess didn't mind or didn't go up too much or whatever the case was. They let me go on that insurance policy. Cool. When he switched insurance, unfortunately, he gave me the bad news, and he said, man, this new one is not trying to let you stay on. They're talking about those two accidents, yada, yada, yada. And unfortunately, he had to let me go. But, God works in mysterious ways, and not even mysterious, beautiful ways. And he let me go for a reason. Because it was time for me to grow. And when he let me go, I got right back to it, and I was like, man, I started thinking, I'm like, man, would this even be an option for me? Would, like, doing this type of work, like, is this the end all be all? Like, is this what it's gonna be? Because now I have this insurance issue. Cool, but I don't know. Something kept telling me, just keep trying, and I filled out 1,000 applications. I reached out to so many people. I kept hustling, kept trying. I didn't give up. I was like, you know what, I kind of want to do this. Because all I kept thinking about was like, all right, well, he initially hired me, that insurance took me, so I kept thinking like, I'm hard-headed, sorry. I don't know if it's being optimistic, hard-headed, but I just kept trying. I didn't give up. I just kept trying. And then I landed this job. And this job it's really good. I'm doing the same thing. Same 3PL, sometimes last mile load, OTR, which means, for those that don't know, over the road. I am currently in Virginia right now. This is December, what's today? December 15th. I have been here since Black Friday. And, my boss, he landed a contract out here in Virginia and DC. So he has a fleet of 12 drivers, 12 trucks, and he gave me the opportunity. He's like, hey man, I know you have a family, I know it's like the holidays, but would you want to go to Virginia he has a contract for 3 months. So I was like, man, honestly, I'm willing to go, but I'm not willing to miss Christmas with the family. Like, that's really important, you know what I mean? I got a 13-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I got my wife that we've been together for a very long time. So I don't know. I kind of didn't want to miss Christmas, but it was a great opportunity. The money was really good, and I thank God every day for this opportunity. So I was like, I spoke to the wife, spoke to him. He's like, hey man, listen, you can go and you can come back, because the warehouse that we have a contract with is actually going to be closed for Christmas week. Well, not the week, but like a few days. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the next day. And unfortunately, I would have to be back. I would leave the 23rd, come back 27th. I was like, all right, what about New Year's, Unfortunately, I got to come back. So I will miss New Year's with the family. And I'll document that for you guys to see what it really, this is going to be my first time, being away, being on the road. I guess this is part of the grind. But I say all of this to give you guys an understanding of who I am, where I am, and where I want to be. So trying all of this type of work, I see a lot. I see a lot. I'm getting so much experience being on the road. And because I'm seeing a lot, I'm getting to feel the business, like really feel it out. Because yeah, I don't work. I don't own this, so I don't, I don't have insurance. I don't have these. Well, I've had an insurance problem, but I didn't have to pay for it. I don't have a car note on this. I don't have a rental truck. I see all the options that people talk about on YouTube, and I don't deal with none of that. I'm staying at a hotel right now. I'm not paying for it. My boss is paying for it. Cool. You want to go to TR? Sure. And every time I go and I have to stay in another state, it's always a hotel. I never sleep in a truck. So I haven't felt that. I've taken naps in the truck, don't get me wrong. Sometimes we're waiting for loads or waiting to get unloaded, loaded. I take a good hour, 2-hour nap in here, and I know how that part feels. But I can't, I never did the overnight stay in the truck. But I have slept in trucks before. I do have a pillow in here. I don't have a blanket, but I've done that part, and I don't want to say that I've done that before, and because I see YouTube videos. I see you guys on YouTube. Y'all really doing it. There's a lot of people that really thugging it out and sleeping in their truck. Some got a sleeping bags in the back. And I see it, and I'm like, man, being on the road, I've seen people do it. So I've never really had to do that. Thankfully, the 2 places that I've been working for, they always pay for a hotel for me. But I never did it. Okay. So all in all, I'm doing this now that I'm in it. Now that I'm really in it, and I'm really getting the experience of being on the road, of dealing with brokers on the phone, dealing with my dispatch team, dealing with the ups and the downs of this business, because it's not always rainbows and butterflies. I get a rate per mile, so I do good, but my rate per mile averages like $1, like right under $1, but I'm doing 400-500 miles a day, you know what I mean? 350 minimum, so the money's good. The money's good considering the amount I'm getting for I don't pay anything on this truck. I'm gonna post it right now. Actually, I was here in Virginia, and I'm gonna show you the pictures. I was driving, and for whatever reason, the pressure, the air pressure was going down dramatically, and I'm watching it and dropping. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then the truck started beeping, and I had to pull over. So I showed you in the beginning what I have to do when I turn on the truck. I have to give it a little bit of gas and help the air pressure rise. So I thought that was the issue. So when I pulled over, threw my hazards on, I was giving it gas and nothing was happening. And then I ended up finding out, whatever. I called my dispatch. I told them what was going on, and he sent me a roadside. So the roadside came and they fixed it. They found the problem. I want to say the air dryer. It was called the air dryer. So the air dryer and the governor, it's a piece. I don't see when things like this happen. I low-key love it because it's like I'm learning. This is I didn't go to college. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't buy, a course online for this. So when things happen, I low-key love it because I'm learning. I'm learning the business. I'm learning the truck. I'm learning how to fix things. I'm learning a lot of tricks to the trade that, obviously you learn when you're doing it. And I feel like I'm doing it. I don't own it, but I'm doing it. I'm really out here. I'm really out here. And so whatever. He found the problem. He actually showed me how to do a reset on it if it ever happens again. So I learned that. And then another thing that I learned is like always carry tools in your truck. Always carry tools in your truck. Because I'm not talking about like, Simple things. A couple of wrenches, a couple of socket wrenches. Simple things, because what he showed me, I not that I could have did it, but his reset that he showed me, he's like, sometimes you don't have to change it. Sometimes you can reset this piece, and he showed me how to do it. But I don't have no tools, so I couldn't have done it anyway. Cool, whatever. He fixed it. Changed the piece. $2,000 later, I'm learning. Like I'm saying, I'm learning. So I'm like, damn, okay, so you gotta have that bread. Gotta have that bread. And I'm learning a lot. So, okay, I'm out here. So now, fast forward. Got a little bit behind my backstory. Now, fast forward. What is the plans? Well, the plan is I want to do it. Now I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it, I'm experiencing it, and I want to do it. 100% want to do it. I want to be a box truck owner operator. 1000%. All in. So, where am I now? Not to get too personal, because I don't really want to. Sorry, I got a little runny nose. But you know, where am I now? So now I know I got the feel for the business. I learned a lot, and in the middle of all this learning, I'm also meeting. Which, if you guys know anything about this business, and for those that don't, it's really hard to get contracts. It's really hard to meet this good dispatchers and good brokers. Sorry. Not that it's hard. That I don't want to make it seem like it's impossible. Excuse me. It's cold out here in Virginia, baby. Like 20 degrees. I don't want to make it seem like it's impossible, because it's not. Nothing's impossible. Trust me. I'm a living proof of that. But it is a little difficult, you know. And then I hop on YouTube, because I'm like, okay, but like, because obviously I'll be trying to ask like people in my field like how they started, so I get it. I get some information, but of course, like my boss, for instance, like he teaches me a few things. I'm learning a lot on my own, but I hop on YouTube. Let's just say that I hop on YouTube, and on YouTube, you guys are amazing, man. Honestly, I can't even begin to name every single person, but you know, Box Truck Bros was like one of like the first ones that I found, and I was really heavy into it, watching every single thing, every step by step, every little trick and trade. I think I've watched 98% of box truck videos. I'm being dead serious. Ask my wife, man. I watch it every single day, and then I go to work and I do it, and then I come home, and then right before bed, I'm on YouTube going home. My wife's like, babe, what, you serious? Why are you watching box truck videos? I'm like, I want to learn this. She's like, you're doing it. I'm like, yeah, I'm an employee. I'm doing this side. I'm doing this part, which is like really being out here, thugging this out. It's really tough. But I don't know the other side. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to do that. So I always watch, and I'm always on it. And then one thing that I noticed while being on, and I got a lot of information, on that from you guys that post, and I like your authenticity. Like I like that you guys be posting like the good, the bad, the ugly, the this. Some people make it sound like this is just get an LLC, just get an EIN, now go rent a truck, boom, you're rich. Guys, that's not true. I am not an owner-operator. I've owned a few businesses in the past, and let me tell you, man, like with the vending machine. I believe the hype. I believe the hype off of YouTube because that's how I got on it too. I believe the hype. I cashed out and I bought about 4 or 5 machines. And let me tell you, it's not everything that glitters ain't gold. Yeah, is there money? Yeah. You gotta find prime locations. Because if you don't, products go bad, yada yada, the list goes on. But this is not a vending machine video. So what did I do wrong? I rushed in. I didn't do no homework. I cashed out, and then it was fucked up, and then I lost money time and time again, and then I was doing it with just a little bit of money, a little bit of budget. I was like, you know what, this is gonna make me rich. Kind of like crypto. I cashed out and then nothing happened. And I'm like, damn, I lost money. I didn't do my homework. I didn't do due diligence. I didn't cross my T's and dot my I's before I did it. So I said, you know what, I'm never gonna do that again. I'm never gonna. What's the greatest thing about failure is that you either learn or you do it again. And I learned, and it was the best lesson. The best lesson in life is failure. People are scared to fail. That's why they never do nothing. And that's okay. I mean, it's not for me. I can't. I'm a go-getter. I'm always going to go get it. I'm always going to find a way. I'm always going to find a way to make $1. I'm always going to... And sometimes having that personality makes you a little impulsive, right? And you jump out the window because you're like, I'm gonna get this money, I'm gonna figure it out. Cool, but that's only half the part. Did you do your homework? Did you, stack your cheese? Did you, I don't know. So, point being is, now I'm seeing what this is. And now I'm getting the feel of this field. And I'm like, I'm about to get a truck. And I'm like, I caught myself. And I'm like, no, can't get a truck yet. Why? There's a lot of whys. Find your why. Why? Okay, why? Find your whys. Why do you want to do it? Okay, well, obviously, I see how lucrative it is. I see that this is something that when you own, it's yours. It's something you can call yours. It's something that you can call yours, and you can either stay right here with one or you can grow to how many you want. And it's true. I know it to be true. I'm in the field. I work with guys with fleets. First guy had 10. This guy has 12. And I know. And then I see the money. I see the rate cards. I see the movement, and I'm like, man, there's bread in here. Do I want to do it for money? No. Obviously, everybody needs and wants money, but that's not my reason. I've had a lot of experiences in my life where it was like money, and I was like kind of like so driven on money, and then got nothing, got zero. Got experience, but got zero at the end. So I don't want to do this with this, and I really, really, really want to take my time. Credit is not A1. Sorry, I don't want to get too personal on scores and this and that, but credit is not A1. So, the finances are not all there, because what I'm learning is this. Let me backtrack. What I'm learning online is you can do either two things. You can buy, you can lease, you can rent. You can finance, right? So with those options, I'm like, oh man, maybe, because my money ain't right now, mentally, I'm like, maybe what I could do is, I could just start with renting. I'm like, alright, cool, maybe we can rent. I used to YouTube, searching rental options. And some of y'all killing. Some of y'all are killing with the rental options. But me personally, from being out here, I feel like rental it's not horrible, but it's not the way to go. Especially because if you're starting and you don't got the finances for this whole project, then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. It's expensive. Then you got to pay expensive insurance. Then you got to, your rate per mile. I don't know. I don't know what the fees are and things like that. I do know that I've had in this field, my truck has broken down, and we had to go to Penske to rent a truck until my truck got fixed. Obviously, I didn't pay for it. I'm an employee. But my boss was like, nah, we got to get this money. While the truck's getting fixed for 3-4 days, I cannot lose all the money, because he has contracts. He has brokers. He has, he has connections. So his money's not going to stop. His relationships with these people are not going to stop. So he's like, yeah, definitely go get this. While I thought that, when I saw that, I said, this is good. Rental is good for this. Like, I went, dropped the truck off to get fixed, and then went immediately to Penske to get a rental. And I had it for 3-4 days, maybe 5. And I thought that was great. And I thought, like, okay, this is that is good. Another thing I saw, like, him not having enough trucks for a project, and rented a truck for a month, and he hopped in that truck so we could do that project. So like things like that, I thought I saw and experienced, and I was like, okay, that's not that bad, because you're not shooting yourself in the foot. Like, you're already established financially to be able to be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna rent this truck, and eventually, so okay. So rental, I kind of experienced it already. Not experienced it, but I kind of saw. And I was like, man, it really don't make sense to rent. And then you're going to rent and you don't got no bread to like fall back on. You don't got no money to fall back on. So I'm like, nah. All right, so. And then I'm like, okay, so maybe I can finance a truck. And, my credit ain't all there. Wasn't all there. I am working, and my score is going up, just to update you guys. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna just focus on my credit. And then I started looking at these videos online, and everybody keeps saying, yo, you need 6 months minimum authority for these brokers to mess with you. I'm in the field. I'm a worker, and I'm seeing it. Some of these brokers, man, they will not mess with you, and that's the truth. I haven't even experienced that part yet. But I know, because I'm here and I'm meeting people, and I'm meeting shippers. I'm meeting, being on the road. I'm meeting my dispatch team is great, but I'm seeing that side. That brokers, man, some of them ain't it, man. They out to. I mean, it's a business, right? Business ain't got no feelings, and they out here getting it. And when you really think about it, though, from a business aspect, you have a truck that's expensive. These trucks can really do damage on the road if you get into an accident. You're carrying load that costs thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars sometimes, and just think about it like if you were a shipper shipping out this load, and it needed to get to where it needed to get, and you got a guy who just started day one, no experience, never did this, and you give him this load that has $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in this load, full truckload, and you need this to get to the next location, and this guy gets into an accident, God forbid. But things happen, and he messes everything up back there, and you're like, damn, I just lost all that money. Yeah, obviously insurances are going to pay for everything, but it's just a headache. And then you look it up, you're like, oh my God, this is his first day behind the wheel? Insurance? Like all this stuff is gonna go through the roof, and so I understand where people are like, man, you gotta have at least 6 months of experience before start giving you loans. I understand all that. So where I am right now. Okay, I told you a little backstory. Where I am right now. Where am I? I am getting the experience. I am getting the experience. I've already got a lot, man. I've been doing this for 2 years, going on 3 years. And I got a lot of experiences already. So I already know a lot of like experience on the truck, experience with brokers, experience with shippers. I'm meeting a lot of shippers. That's the good thing about me, man. Right now, I'm in the position where I'm walking into these warehouses. I'm making, I'm taking down numbers. I'm meeting people, and every time I go in, they always ask me, "Yo, you own this?" And I'm, just shits and giggles talking. And a lot of people are like, "Yo, you owner operator?" Nah, I'm employee, but I'm gonna own one day. Can I take your number? I'm meeting people. I've actually had 2 shippers who like took a liking to me, and whatever. We just, every time I'm over there, we just always chopping it up. And they actually already told me. Good, this business is all about relationships as well. A lot of dynamics, but building relationships is very, very important. And they see me every single time I'm there, and they like my energy. They like how I work, and they always tell me, take this number down, man. You got my number. You're always in cahoots with me and talking to me. You got my number. The day you start, I got 2 warehouses that they already told me, when you start, call me. We'll start sending you loads. I'm like, all right, cool. So where am I? I'm in the process right now of fixing credit. That's number 1. Because I need the credit. Because I do not want to rent. I'm either going to finance a truck or I'm going to buy it all out. But credit is important in life. Business, in life. So I'm in the stage right now where I'm building my credit again, and it's going good. It's going really good. Another thing, stacking this bread. I'm on full-time stack mode right now. Stacking, saving every single dollar. I actually took another job. To be 100% honest with you guys, I'm actually delivering pizza part-time. Promise you. It was 3 days a week. Man, I couldn't take it no more, and that was 2 days a week. I'm working this. I'm going to document this whole journey. That's what I want to do. I want to document the journey from literally, I don't have a truck, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to get one. I want to document it. I took out another job. I don't care. No shame in my game. I drive trucks in the morning. I start 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I come home at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I start over there at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I go directly there. And I work on Friday nights, Sunday mornings. I'm in there. I'm getting it. It's cash. I'm making that money. And everything I'm making from the delivery aspect, I'm putting right into savings. Boom, boom, boom. Every single week, I'm just stacking it. Or, because then the other money I'm just fixing credit with. And I have another savings for that. From this money, and I just been stacking every single. I didn't take a day off this summer. This summer I didn't go to the beach once. I worked 7 days a week. My wife told me that the other day. She's like, hey, she came this weekend with my girls to visit me here in Virginia, because I obviously can't leave, and she came to visit, and I was really thankful for that. And she's like, baby, you're working too much. And I understand her, man, because, she's a strong woman. She's, holding it down at home while I'm running around. But, okay. So where am I? I'm working on credit, I'm stacking my money, and I'm building relationships. Stacking my money. Let's stay right there. What is stacking my money for? What is the amount? What is the plan? Do you have a plan? So my plan is, I know that in this business you need at least 6 months of your MC number and the MC and DOT number to age, right? I do know that, and that's a fact. I know it to be a fact. So I also do know that while letting this age, you have a truck payments, and you have, right, if you decide to finance, or if you buy it all outright, you're okay. But you do have a truck now, and you have an insurance to pay for every single month, and you got no money coming in. So what is my plan? So my plan is, I figured if I stack 6 months worth of insurance alone, or to a year, and just have that money lined up for that, and then have that money put aside, a nice amount, $5,000 to $10,000, put aside, as well as insurance. I want 6 months of insurance put away. Boom. I don't got to worry about insurance for the first 6 months. My plan is, I want to have that, and I also want to have $5,000 to $8,000 put aside. Anything goes wrong with the truck, just in case money. This is just money put away for the truck. All right, boom. Then I also want to have money put aside for a house. I do have daughters. I do have a wife. I want to put money put aside so I can build a blanket, a safety net, I should say, so that, what if the 6 months is shit? And what if I really ain't making nothing? No. I need a safety blanket to be like, all right, well, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to cross my T's and dot my I's. I got 6 months worth of insurance put away. I got money for the truck if anything breaks down put away. Because look, the other day broke down. It was $2,000. Changed a few tires a couple of weeks ago. That was $900. So like, I know that it costs. You make a lot of money in this business, but it also costs when shit breaks down, because it will. It's not about if. It will. And I've experienced that. So I know already, it's like, okay, insurance, put that away. Money from my house to cover at least 6 months worth of bills, put that away. Boom. 6 months to a year, honestly. Put that away. So I know that I want to have all my ducks in a row. I want to have everything lined up. In this, I also, my license is getting better with time. It's going to drop. So I'm fixing my license. I'm fixing my credit. I'm stacking this money. I'm coming up with a plan. And in this plan is, I do want to do this, and I do want to own it. But what I'm seeing online and experiencing here on the road is a lot of people fail. Do they fail because this business is not lucrative, or it's not worth it, or whatever? No. I'm learning from y'all, from y'all failures, and I'm learning from being on the road. And I'm learning that if you don't take care of all of those options, and if you're burning yourself every month with bills, because it gets expensive, and if you don't have a little bit of pillow to lean on, you will fail. Without a doubt, you will fail. It's very expensive. But being expensive also means that there's money in here. There's money in this business, for sure, 100,000%. A lot of money. A lot of money can be made here. But you need to start smart. And where I am right now is, I'm in the process of starting, and I'm going to document everything for you. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys, and I'm going to be in this truck here every single day, and I'm going to post it. And I'm not even doing it to be like, oh, YouTube famous, and look at my reels, look at him getting all this money over here. I'm not doing it for that. And I promise you, if I got 1 or 2 people watching my videos and they learn from it, from experience from a guy who doesn't have a truck, who does not own a truck. And then if you guys can learn and see that, like, I'm thankful to have this job, and this job I'm learning so much with it, because there's a lot of things that I feel like on YouTube they don't show. They show a lot, but I see a lot of videos on how to start, but you know, I don't see a lot of videos of anybody doing it like this. Like, yo, I do not have the finances right now. I do not have the credit right now. My license is fucked up. Oh man, you know, like I'm here. I'm working. I'm starting from the mud, but I got this. You know what I mean? And I'm getting the experience. So I'm gonna document everything. Right now from this side, I'm gonna post the videos of me loading, unloading, giving you the everything. But from this side, from the driver's side, from the employee side, from the employee with the dream. And then I'm gonna grow it. And then when I grow it, you guys are gonna be right here with me and watching me. And even if it's not thousands of people, I don't care. But if it's like one person can see this, or can go back to my first videos and see this whole thing unfold, I'll do it for that. It's a little therapeutic too, because you do get fucking bored in these trucks, man. Shit gets boring, lonely. So miss my family all the time. So it's like you gotta really, really fill it out. And I'm really thankful for that, because I'm really getting the feel of like, man, is this something you really want to do? Like, I do really want to do it. Do I want to be the guy behind the wheel forever? No. I want to eventually, well, I want to start, and I got the plans to scale, right? And I'm learning how to scale smartly, because you can. And I eventually want to be home with my family, behind a computer, on the phone, dispatching and quarterbacking it with my team. And I want to give, more importantly, I want to give somebody the opportunity to do it, but do it the right way. You know, I want to help people. I'm a good guy. Like, I want to help people learn. I want people to get the experience, and I want to teach them that this is the right way to do it. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, right? But I'm trying this way. I've seen people do it and shoot themselves in the foot and fail like immediately because of the finances, because of the life, because of a whole bunch of things. And I'm learning from other people's mistakes. And yeah, I actually have to hit the road. But this has been awesome, man. And I literally was talking to my boy Joseph yesterday, and I was like, yo, man, I think I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. He's like, what? He's like, that's great, bro. You know, giving me words of wisdom. And I was like, yeah, I kind of want to start one. Like, I'm always watching these videos. And he's in the field too, but he has a CDL. I don't have a CDL. And he's in the field too. And he does it. So we're always on the phone with each other, like, you know, on the road. And I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, I want to document this. And I want to show the people, like, starting from nothing. Not nothing, but like starting from the position I'm in. And having the same goals all you guys have. Trust me, I'm in here. And yeah, so this is just an intro video of who I am and who I was, who I am, and who I'm gonna be in this field. And I want to take you guys with me. So this is intro video number 1. And I'll start posting more videos. How to do pre-trebs, how to go to DOT weigh stations. I mean, so much. There's so much to unfold. So I feel like there's so much content for me to unfold. So this was just an intro video of me and my dreams. And now that you know a little bit about me, I would love to learn you guys. So if you're watching this video and you liked it, please, you know, I can't believe I'm gonna say it, but if you like it, like it. If you don't. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you had a question, then ask. If you don't, then don't. I'm not gonna be here like, look at I'm gonna buy like, subscribe. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that at all. If you want, do it. Because when I was watching these videos, if I like the person's content, I wouldn't even care about the like my comment, like subscribe. If I like it, I'm gonna like it. And if I want to subscribe and I want to see more, I'm gonna. So if you feel that same way, do it, please. Thank you. And yeah, that's episode 1. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.